Next generation of Xbox console, Project Helix. I don't understand what's going on. Well, I mean, okay, I do, but I don't understand. How are we releasing information of the next generation console when most people hardly shall be able to afford it, more than likely? You're coming out in 2026, March 5th, 2026, you're releasing this information. Yes, the Series X is about 6 years old at this point. I covered it back in 2020 when initially we found out information.
Microsoft has stated that the Xbox Series X will not have first-party exclusive games at launch, but rather they are leaning into its Xbox Play Anywhere strategy and fully supporting backwards compatibility moving forward. So that's good news, right?
But how are you going to arguably go from Xbox One lineup, which is somehow outsold, longevity-wise, outsold the Xbox Series lineup, and then come over and now release information titling Project Helix, giving out information of what Project Helix is about? I'm just a guy who posts videos to YouTube for fun. I'm like Saitama. He's a hero for fun. I'm a YouTuber for fun. That's all I am. I don't make any money. I'm just a guy who posts to YouTube for fun. I don't know the ins and outs of the business. I don't understand the core aspects when it comes to making this up. We are in a RAM shortage. Price of RAM is insane. It's no longer affordable to be able to build a PC. It is no longer affordable to even go buy an Xbox Series console because it is now like $600, $700 depending on where you are. You're lucky if you can find it for $300, and that's that. When the Xbox came out, the Xbox Series X, it was $500. Now it is like $700 new, but brand new back 6 years ago was $500. You're lucky if you can find one for $350, $400 used. The new CEO of Xbox, Asha. When I first found out that she was going to be CEO, yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good look that she was the head of AI development or whatever she was regarding AI in Microsoft. It's not a good look because not everybody doesn't like AI. Everybody's not wanting AI in their games like this in their console. Like, I just saw a post. It was talking about apparently Microsoft has patented, or Xbox has patented, this new AI tool where if you're playing a video game and you're struggling to get past a hard part, you can go to the cloud AI service and get the AI to pass it for you. No, excuse me, that takes the fun away from gaming. I don't understand. I genuinely hope we have an AI crash. We need it. We genuinely need an AI crash happen. If I were to go to Asha's Twitter post talking about Project Helix, great start to the morning with Team Xbox, where we talked about our commitment to the return of Xbox, including Project Helix, the code name for our next generation console. Project Helix will lead in performance and play your Xbox and PC games. Looking forward to chatting about this more with partners and studios at my first GDC next week. Hot take. I don't think this is going to be a good look for Xbox. Not everybody wants their console to play PC games. People want their console to play console games. You know, your exclusives, which not necessarily have anymore because, you know, you have Halo on PC. You have Halo on Xbox. You have Forza Horizon on Xbox, on PC, and PlayStation. Not to count all the many other ones that were Xbox exclusives now that have gone to Steam and to PlayStation. Unlike the move PlayStation have made, where they are now no longer releasing PlayStation exclusives on PC anymore. This is not, in my opinion, a good idea. Most people, whether they come home from a long workday or just being out of the house for all day, want to come home, sit down, turn their console on, and play a game. They don't want to have to sit down and go through the whole process of booting up what seems like a PC. What seems like a PC OS update. Or, I don't know, combining the two. Most average consumers just want a console to play console games. We are at the point where we're not making progress. We have, like, diverted off the path that we originally were on for progress for consoles. I mean, I've been an Xbox man my whole life, an Xbox fanboy my whole life. Grew up on Xbox. I started with Xbox. Most of my friends have an Xbox One. Some of them are, most of them now have actually gone to Xbox Series lineup now. Well after the Series X released, we were still on Xbox Ones. We were still playing on Xbox Ones. It still feels like the Series console is new, even though it's 6 years old. Same for PS5. Still feels like they're new. They're 6 years old, though. It's hard to believe that they're over half a decade now. And yet, here we are, releasing information of the next Xbox lineup, which probably could have come in a couple more years. I think 2028 at the soonest is when this should have come. If we were 2 years down the line and the AI market has crashed, and AI market is in the AI bots that are making the RAM go up, that they're buying all these RAM to have these AI farms. If that were to be away, crashed, atomized, gone, and then you come 2028 and you want to release this information, great, okay, good, that's perfectly fine. Why? Because we are well overdue for the next generation of consoles that would come out maybe in a year or 2 years after that, so 2029 to 2030. From what I've been hearing, Sony is potentially thinking about postponing and delaying their next generation console for a couple years. 2027, 28, 29 even. That, I think, is a better move. The PS6 coming out in a couple years. Yes, great, fantastic. And then we have Xbox. Not really making any sense to me with the moves they're making. Don't get me wrong, I'm not excited, but I'm intrigued to see where this goes. I am intrigued to see where Project Helix goes and the path it goes, and I will cover it. And then GDC next week. I'm definitely going to be covering that next week. I'm interested in seeing what's going to be going on with there and what's being said, what will be said. And another thing I had seen on Twitter. I don't know how true any of this is. Don't know any of this is true. I don't know this person, this leaker, this reliable Xbox leaker, if this is even, I don't know. However, I came across this and I thought, it does sound about right though. So, take this with a grain of salt. Reliable Xbox leaker Sneaker SO, first person to confirm Microsoft was going multi-platform months before anyone else, reveals details about Project Helix. The new Xbox CEO, Asha Sharma, could not cancel it due to high R&D costs already spent. Will be very expensive and made for a very niche audience. That, right there. Very expensive and made for a niche audience. I tell you this right now, between the PS6 and this Xbox, the Project Helix, which you can't even say it's an Xbox anymore. You're making a device for a niche audience. You're spending money to make it expensive, to sell it for an expensive price, and you're making it for a niche audience. This niche audience is not what has been keeping this company going. It has been your daily average consumers that have been keeping this company going for 20 years, 25 years now. Developers are making games for Windows Store now. That right there. But the fact that developers are now making games for the Windows Store, not for the Microsoft Store, not for Xbox, not for the PlayStation Store, and not for Steam, that is a bit worrisome because I saw this, so this has made me think of it. GTA 6 was delayed a couple times, and we never really knew why. But saying they're making games for Windows Store now, what if it was also delayed to try and make a Windows Store version of the GTA 6? What if that's possible? There is no native OS. It is now Microsoft's Universal Windows platform. And there are no native Xboxes anymore. They are done for. Access to your Xbox library of games maintained through backwards compatibility. Essentially, the final nail in the coffin to wrap up the hardware business. Exclusives are absolutely not happening. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what we're doing. I think we're doing some stupid decisions. I 100% know nothing about this reliable Xbox leaker. If any of this is true, which I do believe some of it could be just obviously true, just because of the fact that Microsoft and Xbox are ones to go forward with AI and put AI heavily in their systems. I mean, they've already done it for Windows Computer. I can see them doing it for Xbox. So if this is the case, I can see a lot of it being true, such as native Xbox being done potentially if they want to do the combination, which has been rumored and speculated for a while now that they're doing Xbox and PC in one device and one console. The backwards compatibility, Xbox has always been good about their backward compatibility things, but I think this is going to be a step in the wrong direction for backwards compatibility. I mean, I don't think this console is going to be a good idea for gamers in general. I will say, because people like modding games, which is why they have a PC, which is why they would buy the game, say they bought it on a console, they'd buy it on PC again to mod it. And I don't think the modding scene is going to be, personally, don't think the modding scene will be very good on this console, if at all. I could see it potentially being like, with Skyrim and your content, the creation club. The way Bethesda does their moddings within their games, like Fallout 4, they have their own kind of mod club scene that you can just install, and it works like that. I think it could be like that. I truly don't think this is the right step that needed to be happening. I've seen a lot of things saying that this is what GTA 6 would now be the best played on, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. I still think GTA 6 would be the best to play on the PS5 Pro. Seeing Crimson Desert and their new updated, I cannot remember specifics, so I'll put it up on the screen. It's this updated version of the visual. Seeing Crimson Desert look like that, I think GTA 6 would be the best played on PS5 Pro. I mean, and then obviously your actual PC when it comes out on that, probably mid-2027. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that agree, that have their own opinion on it. This was my opinion. I'm just a guy, like I said, that posts videos to YouTube for fun. Don't take me seriously. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm rambled on for 20 minutes, so don't take me seriously. Xbox, I don't know what you're doing, but this is not right. This is definitely not right. I'll keep following this, though, see what's going on, stay up to date on it, but I'm not terribly excited for it. Not one bit.